Jungle.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, friends. Welcome back to Football Gupshup, Football Manager 24 with Manchester United 24-25 season. Before we begin this episode, guys, please do subscribe. Please do press the like button as well. And let's begin today's episode. So, guys, as you can see on your screen right now, as we have won the previous game against Wolves 1-0. It was a humble win. And we had a pretty good game because we had lots of possession, we had lots of shots. So slowly, bit by bit, our team is getting to know the new tactic, which is quite good. So finally we are trying to build this team. Now we did get some new players in. We're just going to go and have a look at our team right now. So as we know that Xerxes and Højlund are injured. Højlund has basically is in kind of mode where he is going to come back, but we still think that 1 to 2 weeks is going to be the period where he will come back into the team. Whereas Xerxes, he's got injured, he's going to be out for 1 month, maybe for 6 weeks or something, because remember, once they're injured we cannot select them straight away because then they get injured back again. So we need to make them slow and steady, putting back them into the team. So right now, looking at this moment in this current scenario, we have got the likes of Garnacho and Anthony and Williams. Rashford is being made to play on the striker position. Remember, we're getting Nonto, so if we get him back, then apparently we will get Højlund as well, so we will be covered in the striking department. Now the position that we're lacking is apparently the midfield position, because when you have a look, Kobe Menu is out, Mason Mount is out. Now if those two do come back, the problem still is we haven't got a good defensive midfielder, and that is where the issue lies. So for us to have a squad where we have midfielders who are not always injured is the key. Now remember, if we look at our current midfield in Manchester United, let's say we say that Bruno Fernandes is the midfield option, but he plays in that number 10 position. So then you've got Ugarte, and Eriksen is currently playing in that position. So what we're looking at here currently is, now if Kobe Menu comes back, then Eriksen will go onto the bench, and him and Ugarte will be the two players who will be playing in midfield. But then let's say we are going to be playing in midweek, then we need two new more midfielders. Then who we're going to select? That is the real issue. We haven't got those many options on the bench, and remember that Mason Mount is not a defensive midfielder. So when you look at the squad, we haven't got anyone other than Ugarte who can play in that position. So we need to make sure that we have got another defensive midfielder. So for that reason, I was going through many options, and looking at the options right now, we have seen 3 or 4 players which I'm currently looking at, and we're going to see if we can try to get them. Now one of them is Veloso, who apparently plays for Benfica, and I think he's a pretty good player. We'll go and have a quick look. Where does he play? He tends to play in the midfield position as well as the AM position, and he's been counted as a homegrown player, so which is a big plus. So I was looking at him, and he wouldn't cost that much, around 5.8 to 9.4 million, which is a pretty good, decent purchase. Now when we have a look at his features over here, acceleration 10 to 14, agility 10 to 13, natural fitness 12 to 16, stamina 10 to 14, strength is 8 to 11, a little bit lighter over there, pace 10 to 14. Then if you look at his dribbling, 9 to 12, finishing 9 to 12, heading is 3 to 7, long shots 11 to 15, tackling is 6 to 10, 12 to 16. He's more of a midfield player, not that defensive midfield play that you're looking for. Vision is 11-15, so he's a passer of the ball, but he's not the player who could anchor and who could be a defensive midfielder. So we're going to keep hold of him and see if we can get him. And there's another player which I really like, and that is Yaurego, who plays for Benfica as well. and he can play anywhere in those three positions, left wing, number 10 and the right wing. So we might go in for him. He's pretty good in terms of pace, acceleration as well as dribbling, 11 to 15. In terms of shots, he is very good, 7 to 11. Then you got his finishing, which is 8 to 11. He can improve on that. Bravery, 10 to 13. Composure, 11 to 15. Flair, 13 to 16. Vision, 13 to 16. So he's pretty much a playmaker. So yeah, Orego is also a very good player. So we'll have a look at those two and see if you want to go for those Benfica players. Then we got plenty of options as well, such as this guy. I mean, I was just having a look, and he's pretty good. He is going to cost around 3.5 million, and he is a really good player. I mean, look at his stats: acceleration 12, agility 11. His name is Fatih Kanti, and when you look at his stamina 13, pace is 12, strength is 11, and balance is 12. Then you look at his determination 18, aggression 17. That is what we are looking in our defensive midfielder, and I think he would suit Manchester United, an unknown player, 19 years of age, and I mean, I would really love to have him. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and see if we can talk to the agent and see if we can try to get him. Right, we are very keen on signing Fatih Kanti and want to know what it'll take to get a deal done. Right, would be interested in joining Manchester this time, as he's only joined his new club, so we cannot get him. So maybe in the future we'll try to go and get him. So we can't get Fatih Kanti. So we will keep him in the shortlist and we will go him. He is going to be on loan, so he's going to go out on loan. Anyway, I was looking at Umeni as well from Real Madrid, and I was wondering how much he would cost. He's 56 million to 82 million, and for me, I think he's a very good player, but it is going to cost a lot of money. I think that there is someone else I prefer above him, and it's someone I'm going to show it to you a little bit later. But this is the guy I really want to have a look. It's Weerman. He can basically play in multiple positions across the midfield. He can play as a defensive midfielder. He can play as a midfielder. He could play as a number 10 as well. So looking at his stats, I've been really impressed. I mean, dribbling is 11 to 13. Looking at his first touch is 13. Long shots 15. He has got a good shot there, as well as passing is 17. That is something that I was looking at, who could be really creative from that midfield position. And looking at his tackling, it's a little bit poor, but his technique is pretty nice. Aggression is 14, bravery is 14. Looking at composure 15, concentration 15, determination is 18, which I really like in a player. Then looking at positioning is 11 to 14, which is quite good. Vision is 16, which I really love. So he can create over there. Acceleration is a little bit low in terms of, he should have been around 13 or 14, but he's been given 12 over there. Then natural fitness is 14 to 16, pace is 12, 6'1", 165. I think this guy is going to suit us. So how about we go in for him and see if we can try to get this player. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an offer, or should we talk to agent? I think we're going to talk to the agent. We're very much interested in signing Joey Weerman and want to know what it will take to get a deal done. Right, so there you go. Those are the demands. Believe PSV will want somewhere between 20 million and 30 million to make a deal possible. Right, they do not feel pressure to sell him. Right, we'll expect to provide competition for places and earn plenty of playing time over the course of a season. Want a salary of 4.34 and 5.31, which is okay. We'll use him as a preferred position central midfielder with a deep lying playmaker role. That's what we're looking for. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to see if he is, because remember, we're going to always select Kobe Mainoo over him. So he's kind of a player who could be in the rotation. So we're going to ask him if we're going to demand for level of playing time he's looking for. Right, we'll expect to provide a competition for places and earn plenty of playing time over the course of a season. Right, they don't want to bulk off that, so right, okay, regular starter. So we're gonna see if he's gonna agree, because there's somebody else as well who I was also looking at. It is his teammate at PSV, Schouten, who I saw at Euro. He's a very good player, and I think he is a really nice player. That if you look at his position, he tends to play in DM position as well as CM. When you look at his dribbling, 16 to 18, he's a very good dribbler. Then you look at his passing, 15, tackling is 16, technique is 16, aggression is 13, anticipation is 17. Pretty good. I think this is the kind of midfield that you should be looking for. Leadership 13, teamwork 16, vision is 14, work rate 14. And I think this is a kind of player that we should be looking for. Regular starter as well. And that is what I was thinking between him and Bremen. So it's a case of if we should go for both of them, but they would be asking for more playing time. And then the player that I was looking at, which I really wanted, is none other than this guy, Romeo Lavia. He's my favorite, and for some reason I really would want him to come and play for United, and he is the man who should be playing for United at all costs. And I was thinking that if this is the play that we should go for instead of Tchouameni or even Veerman or Schouten. So how about if we go into Chelsea and ask for, just to see if we can get him, like just to try and see if we can get him. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and speak to his agent. Right, he joined Chelsea. This is the problem, right? And we can't get him this season, maybe in January. So we have to wait for him and see. So that makes us to come back to those two Benfica players and Veerman as well as Schouten. Now what I'm thinking is I would want to get Lavia, and I would love to have Lavia, and that is what I would want. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for January and see if we can get Lavia. In the meantime, we'll see if we can get Veerman or Schouten. That's what we're going to try to do. And if that doesn't work out, then we'll go to those Benfica boys and see if we can get them. So right, Joy Veerman, we're going to make an offer and see if we can get something from PSV. How about 25 million? Or I'm going to go, right, 25 million is going to be good. And they're happy with it, so they're happy with 25 million. I could have offered them 24 million, and anyway we're going to go with 25 million. Let's have a look at Schouten as well. How about if we go for Schouten? Can we get Schouten as well? Looks like he's joined the club as well. Let's talk about his agent and see if we are interested. Oh, he's just joined the club, so he won't be getting a move. So Schouten and Lavia are no-go. Maybe in January we'll try to see if we can have a go at them. In terms of Veerman, he's a good addition. Let's have a quick look. Fatikanti we will see, because for some reason I don't know, that maybe in January we'll have a look. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Veloso and see if we can get him as well, because he's looking quite a good player to me. So let's see if we can make a transfer. Right, we're very keen on signing Joe Veloso. He isn't interested. Okay, why is that the reason? He just signed a new contract, so he is not interested. Right, okay, let's go to Rego and see if we can get him to sign. I think he's just signed a new contract as well, if we don't mind asking them. Yeah, he just signed a new contract, so we can't get Rego, we can't get Veloso. So Veerman it is, and it's not looking good in terms of that midfield department. Remember, Mason Mount is going to come back from injury, so will be Kobe Menu. I still think that won't be enough. We should have got Lavia. Now, for some reason, if it doesn't work out with Veerman, then I mean, I can't say anything. So anyway, we'll see in a few moments that if we are able to sign Veerman, and I'll get back to you in a moment. We have made some transfers and we are about to get some of those players, so we will have a quick look at them. But it's been bad news after bad news. It's just because we've got another injury, and this time it's a player that we just bought and he's been injured. So we're straight away going to go into our medical department and see who's injured. I mean, I don't know what can we do in order to stop these injuries. It is Alfie Doughty, who's apparently pulled abdominal muscle. He won't be available for 5 days and 2 weeks. I mean, this kind of thing tends to really break down your season. I mean, we've got now three left backs who are injured, and Diego Dalot will have to play as a left back, and I mean it's really not helping the case. Lisandro Martinez can play as a left back as well, but I wouldn't want to play him there. I would want him to play as a centre back alongside De Ligt. So it means that we might have to put in Euro, De Ligt as well as Lisandro Martinez. And I mean, it's one of those cases where you have to, I mean, you can't do anything. It's beyond your hands, and I can really understand what Erik ten Hag does go through, especially last season. I mean, it was a case of he hadn't got anyone available. But anyway, this is the case right now, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go straight away into transfers and see what have we got. Apparently, we have made some signings. We are in the middle of some signings as well. The big one is Joy Veerman. He has apparently accepted 25 million PSV, accepting that fee, as well as he is just close to get the work permit, and then he will be a new Manchester United player. We're just waiting for the confirmation. Now, in terms of another player that we've tried to sign is Guillermo Santos. I was looking through some midfielders and I found this guy. He is really good. Look at his stats over here. I mean, look at his dribbling, look at his first touch, then have a look at his passing. I mean, 10 to 13, we can improve him over there. Technique is 10 to 13. The reason I took him was because of his vision, 11 to 15, and the other part was his composure. So we need a little bit composure on the ball, so we need a little bit calm in terms of when you're on the pitch, so the player can take the, you could say, in terms of the pressure, and then can produce when you are in a situation where you need performances. So that is the reason we have went for Guillermo Santos. Hopefully he'll come good. The only downside was his strength. He isn't, I mean, strong enough. 5'7", a little bit shorter, and fitness is 10 to 13, agility is 11 to 14, acceleration is 9 to 12. Hopefully he'll come good. So this is a player that we have put our bet on. So Guillermo Santos, let's see if his work permit does get accepted. Then the other player that we went in for was Dennis Steven. I mean, he is a very good player. We have put in a bid, and hopefully we'll sign him. He is a backup goalkeeper. So I was not convinced enough by Indeed as well as Onana. So for that reason, we have bought a young goalkeeper and see how will he do in terms of if he's given more games in the season and can he come good. So we're going to see if he is going to be joining us. And right now, looking at our squad right now, the injury is really harming us. Now Doughty is injured, so we have brought in Kone from the under-21 squad, and we're gonna make him play. I mean, what else can we do? There is no other option. Nonto is the other player that we have signed. He has joined Manchester United, so that means Rashford can play on the wing and he can play as a striker. Rasmus Højlund is very close to come back in training, and hopefully he will be able to play the other games coming in the future. So right now, Nonto is the one we will go for, and we're going to put him over here. So that is what we have, and let's see how will this go further. Right guys, as you can see on your screen, we have finally signed Veerman, and we have got a new midfielder. Finally, we have someone who can play alongside Ugarte. And Eriksen, remember, he was playing, he did a pretty good job, but remember, Kobe Mainoo is injured, Mason Mount is injured, and we need someone who could do a good job while playing with Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes. And finally, we have got a player, he can play in multiple positions, and I'm pretty much sure that he will come up good. And right now, you can see that he is being signed from PSV, and I'm sure that he will come good. He's been given 27 numbers, so hopefully he'll come good. We're gonna make him start. Right now we are gonna go into team selection. We're going to do this. Right, there you go. Let's go to team selection, and let's see what kind of place should we go for. I think best would be to kind of select. Frimpong is being put in attack. I think that would be his perfect position. Mazraoui playing in the right back position, or I think we shouldn't risk those many players because Dalot is playing in the left back position. I think we should go in for a winger, and I think best would be is to bring in Williams, and Garnacho can play on the left. We're going to bring in Bruno Fernandes. He'll play instead of Lacey. Frimpong can go onto the bench, and then what we can do is we have got Nonto, and I would want to give him his debut, but I think he could stay on the bench and come in later. Now, in terms of midfield, I think Veerman and Ugarte are perfect. Whereas for Euro, we're going to bring in De Ligt, and where for Lisandro Martinez, we can bring him instead of Evans. So we got Johnny Evans, Euro, and I mean, we haven't got a left back. If Delo gets injured or Martinez can move over there, we can do that. So we're going to make them play in that manner. And we've got Frimpong, he can come in on the wing. We got Anthony as well, so we can always have those kind of options. Then Euro could come in there as well. Eriksen and Kone would do in terms of replacing Veerman or Ugarte. So I think that would be a perfect thing. And let's see what West Ham have got. I mean, they got Lemar from Atletico Madrid. Gerard Bowen is playing Kudu, pretty strong lineup. And I think pressing against them is going to be the key. That is what we're going to do. Rodriguez as well, Alvarez, Todibo. We want to press them quite high, as well as Areola. I think that is the key over here. Let us go and hit them hard where we should. Cresswell should be targeted as well. Todibo, easy. Check. I wouldn't go for him. Tackling normal, and I think that is enough. Right, so we have to select Onana instead of Bandir, so we're gonna go and choose him. So this is what we have got. Hopefully this will be enough to win this game, and we have got a proper. How about moving Ugarte into this position and make him defensive midfielder, and that would be good, and I think that will be exceptional. So let's go with this one and see. Squad numbers will be given. Okay, Kone, we're gonna give him 6. Nonto, I think we should be giving him 19. There you go. Right, so let's see how will this go. This is going to be interesting. Right, so this is West Ham United. They have got plenty of good options on the pitch, and I think we should be able to match them. Manchester United team lineup coming up. We have selected the best team that we thought, and Doughty getting injured, Delo is going to play instead of him, and hopefully we have got enough firepower in this team. We are currently in 13th position. I would want to go and make sure that we get at least, the expectation from the board is a draw with the fans as well. Hopefully we could do good and we can get this important win. We are playing away. West Ham United are playing at home, and in Football Manager I think it's always a case of that you really need to be at your very best to win those away games, and hopefully we'll be able to do so. Bruno finding Garnacho, back to Veerman. Ooh, could he have gotten his first debut goal for United? It would have been really special, but anyway, Veerman playing his first game for United. I wouldn't want him to get injured, please. Hopefully he'll stay fit. Has suffered bruising, he should be able to play through it. I mean, come on, Ugarte is getting injured. I mean, I wouldn't want that, and I don't have a defensive midfielder. It's Veerman who can play in that position, and come on, is that a penalty? This thing is getting worse after worse. I mean, it's penalty awarded. Onana needs to be at his very best. And Soler scoring for West Ham United, and Ugarte is really struggling. So what we have to do is we will have to change him, so what we're going to do is we're going to put Veerman as the defensive midfielder, and we're going to bring in Eriksen. I mean, so Veerman will play as a defensive midfielder, and Eriksson. That is why we wanted that midfielder. So West Ham United are currently in 13th position, United in 14th, because West Ham United have just scored. So United are losing this current game. I think I need to shout them and try to demand more. Come on guys, you need to do good. We need to attack. And 35 minutes so far, United not coming up with goods. I mean, West Ham United playing quite lovely football over there, and you can see Lemar, Kudus, Gerard Bowen getting all kind of trouble. Wehrman, Eriksson, Bruno finding Garnacho losing the ball, Delo with the cross in, and Williams. Oh, that was close. Can United find the equalizer? We need one good move, and we need to find that equalizer. Right now, Williams losing the ball once again back to Areola, and let's see what can we do over here. Things are not happening for United right now. I think we need to go back into positive and see if we can demand more, or we can need to fire up the team. That is what we're going to do right now and see if the team can respond. It's not looking good for United. I mean, please do fire up and do something, guys. I mean, we really should be doing something. We need to be attacking them. Martinez is already on a yellow card. I mean, whenever there's a player on a yellow card, it really gets me nervous. It's due to the fact that, because you know, if you get another yellow card, then you'll be playing with 10 men. The rest of the match is going to be really hard, and especially when you're chasing a game like this. Bruno, Eriksson, Delo, chance for Garnacho, and he scores. Yes, Garnacho puts the equalizer, and United are back in this game with this equalizer. Things are looking really lovely, and hopefully that will be the case. Brilliant from Garnacho, and that makes it worthwhile. So 6 shots each from both of the clubs, and United need to do a little bit better over here. They go into 11th. It's looking like as if we will be going for that draw. I think we are heading to a point where the substitutions might come in. Delo gets a yellow card, and I think we are almost entering into a zone where we need to get things sorted. Mazraoui, Wehrman. I mean, come on, you shouldn't be losing those kind of balls. And once again, Williams Jr. finds Rashford, and he scores. Yes, United are really enjoying this beautiful attacking play. Bruno started it all this. Williams running into space, finds Rashford. Bissaka tried to intercept, but Rashford goes a little bit wide and then puts his laces on, and then there you go. Should we be making some substitutions? Yes, I think because they're going to respond, we're going to make substitutions. Right, now what we need to do over here is simply, if you look at this, the way things are looking, Mazraoui can play as a left back as well. So what we'll do is we'll move him in the left back position. We will bring on Frimpong for Williams. We will bring on Yoro, and we'll bring on Evans for Martinez. So we covered the defense. Now in terms of the midfield as well as the attacking, I think Garnacho is losing his energy. So what we can do over there is Rashford can go on to the left hand side, and we can bring in Nonto, getting his debut now. And then in terms of Bruno Fernandes, what we can do is Lacy or Anthony. I think Anthony can play in that position. So Wehrman is there as well. So I wouldn't want to choose, because if Wehrman is losing his energy, then we can do substitution. So we're going to leave it as it is, keep Bruno on, and we're going to do those replacements. And I think that's pretty good change that we've made. Now hopefully Mazraoui can do a good job in that left back position with 18 minutes remaining to be played. United with another corner kick, Yoro with the header. Imagine if he would have scored that. Now Wehrman is losing his energy. Now we need to bring this back on positive. and Kudu's coming close. I think we need to make a change. Anthony need to comes on for Fernandez. We can't make any more substitutions. I mean, it's really crazy. We just made 4. It's because maybe we have used all our stoppages. Rickson, come on, getting another corner kick. United need to do better over here. Frimpong, Areola getting to the ball. Nonto needs to do something special over here. United cannot concede from this point. I mean, I would really hate it if we draw this game. We need those 3 points. Hopefully we'll be able to get. Mazraoui is almost on his last legs. Now Bruno gets a yellow card. And United need to run down those minutes. Brilliant by Mazraoui, reading the game. Why are United not keeping hold of the ball? Mazraoui trying to, and they've scored. They have scored. This is what I was talking about. I mean, we need to go for it. We need to really go for it. We need to go for it. I mean, I would want to concede from this point on, but that's it, guys. It is a draw. Not what we wanted, but it is what it is. So hopefully you would have loved today's episode. So finally we are kind of slowly building up this team, and I'm sure that bit by bit we'll be getting there. We got Nico Williams, who got a good game. Maybe he was playing on the right wing. Next time we'll make sure that he plays on that left wing. And I mean, we got Rashford and Garnacho. Garnacho did a pretty good job. So hopefully Garnacho can play on the right and Williams can play on the left. So we'll try to work with that. And it was a very good game. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. And we expect to make more transfers, maybe in the centre back department, because remember Lindelof has also left. He has joined Valencia. We let go of Maguire as well. So those 2 have left. So we have got De Ligt, Euro, as well as Sandro Martinez, Johnny Evans. I mean, should we be happy with only 4 centre backs? Imagine if 2 of them get injured, then you haven't got any centre back. So we might go in for a centre back as well. Maybe a winger. Should we go for a winger? Or we got plenty of them. But I'm still concerned with the midfield. Hopefully we get that Sporting Lisbon midfielder, and then we'll be okay in the midfield department. We got Eriksen, we got Veerman, and hopefully that'll be enough. So once again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice one. Take care. Bye bye.
Audio